The Sky Wheel is a dying breed. This was a unique double Ferris wheel. Almost all of them have been removed, but I recently encountered one at the Florida Strawberry Festival. I wasn't sure if this would simply be a scenic attraction or if it would have some thrills, and I'll go into my experience in this review. The Allen Herschell Company purchased the patent for the Sky Wheel in 1960, and they fabricated several of them, most commonly for carnivals and showmen. In 1970, Chance Rides acquired Herschell's assets, including the Sky Wheel. They would then continue to fabricate this ride for another decade, but the ride slowly lost popularity. Carnival operators place a high priority on throughput. Since most carnivals operate with pay-per-ride options, the more guests that ride, the more money the showman makes. Sky Wheels had a pitiful throughput due to their setup. The ride has two small Ferris wheels on the end of a long arm. You can only load one gondola at a time. This is still common with a lot of Ferris wheels, but this issue is compounded on the Sky Wheel because there are two separate wheels to address. Only a handful of these rides still remain. The easiest Sky Wheel to encounter is the one owned by Belle City Amusements. This ride makes an annual appearance at the Florida Strawberry Festival. This is a large fair held around late February or early March. It is located in Plant City, which is roughly 20 miles east of Tampa and 60 miles southwest of Orlando. This ride looks incredible. The ride stands 80 feet or 24 meters tall, making it one of the tallest rides in the Midway. It is mesmerizing seeing the two wheels rotate through the air. All the axes of rotation makes it look more like a thrill ride, and the version owned by Belle has an awesome lighting package at night to make it even more impressive. Some notes if you want to ride this one specifically. Belle's Sky Wheel costs 5 tickets, meaning it's $5 per ride. I think that's well worth it, but there are two notable restrictions. First, no single riders are allowed. This is common practice on most Ferris wheels nowadays. Second, the gondolas hold a max of 450 pounds. There didn't seem to be a scale on site, so I'm not sure how this is enforced. The gondolas feel similar to the ones on an Eli Bridge Ferris wheel. You have an open-air carriage that can rock slightly. Then you're restrained by just a lap bar. The ride is 8 gondolas per wheel, so 16 total. That means this ride can hold 32 riders per cycle. The operators work as fast as possible to load this attraction, but it still takes roughly 5 minutes to load. So when you factor in the ride cycle, this ride can accommodate roughly 200 riders per hour at best. But the load procedure is at least enjoyable for others. While one wheel loads, the other is high in the air still rotating, so the great views continue. Then you get a bit of a thrill in the lower arm. Every time the wheel advances to load another gondola, it needs to stop suddenly. This causes the whole structure to very noticeably sway, which can freak out a lot of riders. Once the ride is fully loaded, both wheels will be rotating. Then the central arm begins to rotate as well. This allows both sides to take turns getting the views at the apex. The views were also cool when buried within the structure of the wheel, seeing all the moving parts in front of you. But what really surprised me were the thrills this ride offered. The overall rotational speed of the small wheels and arm aren't too fast, but whenever the rotation of the large arm and smaller wheels synced up, two things would happen. One, you would get a weightlessness sensation over the top. It was not as strong as a drop tower. It felt more like you traveled over a hill in your car a bit too fast, but it still would tickle your tummy. Two, the gondola would very noticeably rock. You'd never come close to inverting, but that motion paired with the weightlessness was quite exciting. Getting some thrills like that while also serving as an observation ride was a game changer. I really wish this type of ride was more common. It's a lot more exciting than your standard Ferris wheel. The main cycle is roughly 3 minutes in duration at the 2024 Strawberry Festival, but the overall experience was closer to 8 minutes in duration when you factor in all the time spent during the ride's tedious load and unload process. Now the Strawberry Festival gets very busy. The midways were shoulder to shoulder. Sometimes fairs increase ride cycles at quieter events, but I'm not sure if that would happen with the Sky Wheel. because the load process requires so much time. So what would I rate the Skywheel? I would give this ride a 9 out of 10. This is easily one of the best Ferris wheels out there simply because of its uniqueness and the added thrill element. The visuals on a portable one are dependent upon the event, but usually carnivals have bustling midways with great lighting packages at night. If you're in Florida around the time the Strawberry Festival is in town, I definitely recommend this event. There is so much to do between the music and shops. Then the midway is gigantic. It features a handful of roller coasters and some exciting flat rides. But the crown jewel for amusement park historians is easily the Skywheel. I wasn't sure if I'd ever get to experience one of these, but I'm glad I finally did. So those are my thoughts on the Skywheel. What are your thoughts on this ride? Have you been on one? Let me know down in the comments. If you enjoyed this review, I would appreciate it if you gave this video a like, and you considered subscribing, because there'll be a lot more roller coaster amusement park videos here at Canopy Coaster. Thanks for watching.